Okay, so the first line line work that I have here is actually this one. This one's like black colored pencil. A lot of people like to use these as liners and stuff like that, which I think this one it's okay if you're a person and if you're doing like what can I say? If you're doing some using a lot of these prism colors, color pens and stuff like that, you want to use this liner, yes you can, and it works really great. This is really good to use it as a liner and stuff like that. So there's that if you are using color. But other than that, if you're not using this with your color pencils, then I will not recommend it 100% because a color pencil, and personally my experience that time I'm gonna use it, it does feel a little bit like chalk or something like that, or kind of like a crayon like, so there's that part. And this I will only use it if I would have been using colored pencils because that works really well. So that's the first thing. Do I recommend it? Only when you are using colored pencils, and that's about it. Any other form of media, not so much. And this one, it does work with a lot of different types of material. The only one that I found out that doesn't really work well, but that's from my experience, I don't know, probably have a different one, is watercolor paper, but that's me. So probably it's me, probably it's not, I don't know, so there's that. And by the way, to be honest, if you're gonna be using watercolor paper, you're probably gonna be using brushes and stuff like that. I don't think you're gonna be using this. So there's that. Okay, so the third liner that I actually have a double thing, is actually this thing right here. This is a pen. A lot of people like using pens for liner and stuff like that. I think it's fine. So there's that. Is it really good as a liner? Yes, it is. But one thing that I've noticed every single time I use a pen is that when I am like, if I'm gonna be using it as a liner and I use it, I feel like I do get that little dark, light. But like when I put the light on it, it kind of makes it look like it's a really dark blue or dark purple or something like that. I don't know why I get that effect. Probably you get it as well if I use it a lot. You can kind of do see it, and it kind of like has this glossy kind of like effect. A lot of people do use these to make a lot of great art and whatever. Personally, me, do I use it? I would use it if I have like a sketchbook or something like that and I want certain things that I like, I want it to be like a little bit more permanent. I will use this. This is really good, except for that. But these are just gonna be for my sketch work. It's not gonna be my like a professional work or something that I'm 100% proud of. No, I'm not gonna use this because of that idea. So there's that part. Now the next one is gonna be these Sharpies. You can get these anywhere. I have 3 different size tip. The smaller one, and then the medium, which also comes with another smaller one, and also this big one. My thoughts on these is that I do like them, and it's the same thing as with a pen. If I want something more thicker lines or something like a marker, thing, I will use these ones. So there's that. But if I would have been doing some professional work or something like that, I would not use these. And I feel like these do work with a lot of different varieties of paper. So there's that part. But if you're a beginner, if you barely are starting, I would recommend using these as like a fine liner, and then buying something like this, like more thicker, if you want to make more thicker lines. That's what I recommend, because these things do work. They're not gonna look amazing, but they're gonna get the job done. And if that's what you want, there's that. Soon you might want to upgrade, so there's that part and everything like that. And these ones, they do work with different types of mediums, so and everything like that. I would recommend, for some reason my liner of this kind of like dried out for some reason, like really quickly, so then I stopped using them. But this one works amazingly, so I used this fine liner and used this. And actually, when I started making a whole bunch of art, I started using these 2 things, or these ones. Okay, so for the next liner I have is this one. This one is an alcohol-based marker, and this is basically like an alcohol-based marker, and that's what I want to basically talk to you guys about. It is very good for doing a fine liner. This could work as a fine line, but you need to understand this is an alcohol-based marker, meaning that if you're going to be using this, you're also going to be using with other forms of alcohol-based marker. Now, you can use it once you're done with your artwork and stuff like that, and you just want to do the the line work on it. Yes, you can use this, but just make sure that you don't like you're still coloring and then you put the liner on it and you go back into coloring. I don't recommend that just because this is alcohol based marker, so it will blend in with the artwork. So make sure you don't use it while you're using the other markers. I recommend just using it right at the end. To me, the way I use this marker is that if I'm doing an eye or a pupil or something like that, I use this there because I can easily blend it in. I do not use it as a fine liner because I don't know, I just don't. But if I need a fine liner and I'm completely done with my artwork, I would use this because this, you know, comes with a pad. Why not? Problem is that this one doesn't have like the tip on this. It's just you have a chisel tip and then you also have a brush tip, and that's about it. You don't have like any they do make the nibble tip. There's that, which is similar. The nibble tip is similar to like the nibble tip on this one, which is the regular Sharpie, but you don't have any form of sizing. So if you were going to be painting a character and you want the eye to be more detailed or small, you're not gonna get this from this. So there's that. Okay, so the other fine liners I have in here are these ones. This is from the brand Koi Coloring a Brush Pens, and these ones are so good. A lot of people use them to draw anime and stuff like that because it's really good for that. Because when you buy them, that's where they promote a lot. So there's that part. And then this works in a lot of different types of medium. I don't know if it works on sketchbooks because sketchbooks tend to be a lot more thinner paper, and this is a marker. I don't know if generally markers work good on sketchbook. I think they bleed on the other side because they're really out thin. You need thicker paper when it comes to markers. So there's that part. But this one, actually you open it up and it actually has a brush tip and it looks really good. The reason why I like using this is because if I'm doing a character like a female and I want the eyes to be very pointy, like, you know, the cat eyes thing, I will need to use this. Or if I'm going to be doing like a pyramid, or if I'm going to be doing something that I want to have like a really pointy fade in effect, then I will use this one. I don't use it all the time, only when I gonna draw something and I need that, but I still have it with me just in case, because if I'm gonna draw something and I need that little bit of a brush effect thing, little brush stroke that fades in into like a point, kind of like a swoosh, like, you know, like a Nike swoosh or something like that, I will definitely use this because I think it gets that job done, and this is what I like. So yeah, and this works with different type of surfaces. Like I said, I don't know if it works on sketchbooks. I don't think so because it's a marker, but there's that. Okay, so the next fine liners I have are from this type of brand, but you can also like I could also say that, you know, let me explain. I have these fine liners. These ones are from the brand called Prism Color, which are really great. And these are fine liners. These are designed to be more like, well, these are fine liners. Like yellow ones I just mentioned right now, they were not designed to be fine liners, except for like this one probably. Well, they do make other different type of colors on these ones, so that's different. But they were not designed, they were just colored black, that the nib is small, whatever. These are designed to be fine liners. These are the Prism one. I can also say the same idea with the microns, which I don't have the microns. I just have these ones, which is similar idea with these. Microns are also, you know, there also are these fine liner tips, so there's that part. But these things are great. I grabbed the pack, which it came out. It came with 4 of them, but before I bought the pack, I did buy one separately. There's that, and if you were gonna buy these, I do recommend getting the pack. It costs like around $9. And they have lasted me so long. So there's that part. So on this one, you do have this brush tip, which is very small, which is great. And then you have this one right here, which is a really short little, you know, nib or whatever. And then after that, you have this one, which is a lot more smaller, like the tip of it, kind of like a pen marker. And then you have this one right here, a little more thicker. And then this one, I believe, yeah, this one's chisel tip, which is great, right? These ones are fine line. These are great. I believe Micron also does similar things like these. The reason why I like these is because they do work with multiple different types of surfaces. I mean, not surfaces, I mean paper, different types of paper. And then also like these ones, you can use them, they get dry out, and you can also like use a Copic marker or knuckle base marker on top of it. It will not like bleed in, like the color black is still gonna be there. Or you can put other stuff like that and you can still see the black, you know, which I really do like. So if you're making a character, you have the eyes, you have the nose, you'll do this, you draw it out, and then that, I mean, you use this to paint it. Once it gets dry, you use an alcohol-based marker, and then you can just layer it on top of it, and you still be able to see it. You know, kind of. You still be able to see it, as opposed to this black alcohol-based marker, which is also alcohol-based marker. Can't really do that. So there's that. That's why I like these. Microns are also similar, stuff like that. My experience with this has been like really good. I really do like them. So there's that. Okay, so the next type of marker that I have that could be considered a fine liner are these ones. This is Posca marker, and then this one, Posca marker. And these are like acrylic, they're like similar idea. These ones are basically acrylic markers, that's what they have. And then you're able to shake them. So you shake them like a spray can, and that's how it is. These ones are great, right? Here's the thing. This one, I do not use it on paper, because this works really great on different type of surfaces. And this is where I like to use this, because it's great. You know, I do use it if I'm going to be doing something wood, or I'm going to be using metal or plastic or just anything like that, or foam board. I would use these ones because these are great for that, because they kind of blend really well for that. So that's that part, and these are the ones that I use a lot when it comes to that. I do not use it on paper, stuff like that, and these are really great. They kind of are a little bit expensive side, just like a Copic marker, but they're less expensive than Copic marker, and you do need to shake them up in order to get it to work, and also push down on the nib. And the nib is just small. They do have other sizes, so there's that. Now here's the thing, can you use any other color that is not black as a fine liner? Yes, you can. Like Posca markers, they do make other type of marker this size that are other colors. So there's that part. So you can use them there. You can also use like gel pens. They have like the white one, and those ones have like different other colors, which are really great. Reason why I didn't mention here, because gel pens are not really known to use when it comes to fine liners, but you can use them. You can get the black one, and they work really great. They're very pigmented and stuff like that. I use the white one just to make that little highlight on the eyes. So there's that part. So there's that, and I really do like using those gel pens. And yes, you can. It's just that a lot of companies, when it comes to like fine liners, they usually like, oh, it needs to be black, because that's what the idea of fine liner is, supposed to be black. But yes, you can use any other color. I tried doing that, and sometimes it does come out really good depending on which color. Just make sure that if you are going to use it different colors of fine liner, make sure it blends in with that color. Make sure like it looks good with that color, or else, you know, because I've done that, I didn't like the way it looked, and I had to like just scrap it and just paint it black on top of it. So there's that. Now fine liners, I think they're really great to use, and they're such an amazing art tool and art thing to use. The thing about it is that there's many other brands out there that also do like fine liner stuff like that, but at the end of the day, they're all meant to do one thing. So there's that part. And personally, me, the way I use them, I saw this guy who does digital art that says the reason why he puts like lines on his art is that he has a character, and the character, one of the highlights are very similar to the highlight of the background. So one thing he does to separate it is that he just draws a small little line in the face so it can separate that. And I think that is pretty cool. There's many different ways to do it. So there's that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys liked it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. So my name is Marko, and catch you guys later.